The crazy is starting to set in. I went on a walk outside today. Trail Mix is April 13th. It's coming up just a couple weeks away, 2.5 weeks or so. I feel like it's going to be pretty sloppy out there. But the crazy setting in, it's always a little bit there. But this, when I start walking on ice and snow and things like I did today, and I start being really, really careful with where I put every single footstep, then I know the crazy is starting to step in. When my volume starts to get a little bit bigger, probably 6 or 7 tomorrow, 6 to 8 on Wednesday with some hills, and then 2 hours and 20 minutes on Saturday. And I start preparing for those types of blocks and things. That's when the crazy starts setting in. I start thinking about what I'm going to be eating, if I'm going to eat prior to my runs. I start thinking about chafing and how to avoid it. I usually don't train with much, but that 220 Saturday might call for some lube to keep things from blistering up. At some point, you got to build a little bit of a tough skin there too, though, at the same time. So it's good to get a little bit of that, but you don't want to end up putting yourself out for 3, 4, 5 days, which I've had chafing do for me. Shoes, I don't know what shoes I'm going to wear. I've got 4 brand new pairs of shoes that have been worn for a couple hours to walk around or sit in a meeting, but I don't really want to use those up this early in the season. So, and I don't know if I'll be able to find a hill that's long enough for me to do on Wednesday either. So I might have to stick to the roads, which will affect shoe selection as well. I took the weekend off because I just had a nasty head cold, and it seemed like the speed work is more important to me, and the incline work, the hill work is more important to me than getting in an hour and 45-minute run on Saturday. I know that I can do that. I understand what the fueling looks like for that, and so I'm not really concerned with heading into Trail Mix not knowing what to eat or how to hydrate. In fact, most of my long runs leading into events, I don't eat anything, no matter how long it is. If I'm out there for a couple days at a time, I will, but if I go out for a 3-hour run, I'll intentionally do that fasted. I've started bringing more water with me just in case. I used to not bring water either. I think the harder you can make your training, the easier the more you can just enjoy the actual day of the event. And I've done enough of these to know kind of how my gut reacts to certain foods. I do try and actually train my gut to work on food, I'll do a workout, probably not from here until Trail Mix, probably actually not from here until May 18th, which is Superior Spring. But I'll eat a fairly large meal, maybe something that I think they might have at an aid station or something, just a few minutes prior to a run or a workout, just to see how that responds, how my gut responds to that. I pretty much know. It's less, I guess, to see how it responds and more about kind of training my body to be able to do it. I don't really care how it responds. I mean, if it's totally negative, then I'll abandon that strategy. But I'm just kind of testing and things like that to see what might work best. If something almost works good, but maybe not quite, I can look at the ingredients or what's in those foods and try and find something similar that doesn't have those few things that might upset my gut or make me feel sluggish or too full or big. But the crazy is definitely setting in, as you probably have noticed by now with all of the things that I'm trying to consider for an event that's still over 2 weeks away. That process is kind of just in one big hopper right now. But every run from here on out, I will be certainly assessing terrain and trying to train on the ground that I think will most be like Lake Rebecca. And I might even head over there in the next couple days and try and get in a training run over there too. That might be a great way to find the trail. It's about 20 minutes outside of town, so it wouldn't be terrible to get over there and get a workout in. I can do it when I'm dropping the kids off at school as well. So I think I might do that tomorrow. We will see if it works out that way. But that's the tentative plan for now, is to get, my 5 or 6 miles in. However much I'm able to get in out there tomorrow. If the trails are unrunnable, I'll have to find an alternative plan, but that's it. So just sharing a little bit of where my head's at. I know you may not care, but I think it's entertaining, and I get asked about this stuff so much that I think you guys find it entertaining as well. So I'm trying to take you through my journey into the 2019 Ultra season, and that's today's message. That's where my head's at today. So make it great. Peace.